year 2001, the Penguin Union Nation was formed in one-third of Antarctica. The year is 2020, and its mobile capital, Penguinopolis, resides in the town of OR, a mysterious space in North America. Here, the founder of the country reviews anime, hoping people will actually care and maybe contribute to his Patreon. The most, perhaps only, successful Gundam series in North America, Gundam Wing. Yeah, I hate to be that guy, but Gundam Wing, it doesn't hold up super well. But okay, on that note, let's be positive. And Dorothy Catalonia, she's one crazy weirdo. The plot is always throwing in really interesting plot twists and ideas. Zex's punishment by Oz, Hiro and Troa as Oz test pilots, Catra's building of the Wing Zero. Another pretty noteworthy thing is that the mobile suit design is, for the most part, pretty damn good in this series. So remove your rose-colored nostalgia goggles, I'm taking a beam saber to this behemoth. Hiya! Penguin Truth here for Otaku Evolution. Welcome to part 2 of my two-part look at 1995's Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Of course, I didn't see Gundam Wing until the year 2000 when it aired on Cartoon Network's Toonami lineup, among other shows like Sailor Moon, Ronin Warriors, and Dragon Ball Z. At the time, it was pretty revolutionary to me. I had seen giant robot cartoons before, but none that covered political philosophies and war dramatics like Gundam Wing. It was so much more complex than the other shows on the block, so I figured, yeah, this show was great. It was appointment television. My first ever Gunpla was the Wing Zero Custom from Endless Waltz. I'll cover that another time, which I just sort of slapped together. If you just breathed hard enough, the whole thing would come apart. But I was convinced of its coolness by virtue of being from Gundam Wing, and nothing can change my opinion. Well, nothing but time. Yeah, Gundam Wing, it doesn't hold up. While it does have some pluses, it also has plenty of negatives. In fact, it's probably one of the weaker Gundam titles. For one, the pacing is all over the place. It's got so little consistency it could be whiplash-inducing. While some events go on a lot longer than they ought to, like the Fortress Barge arc, huge plot changes in what should be big events, like the forming of the Trace faction and the reign of Queen Relina, are left largely unmined before the plot moves on.
Long time no see, Miss Relina.
It's you, Trace Kushranada. Why are you here?
I thought I'd inform you of a decision made by Romefeller's top executives.
I don't know what you're talking about.
As of this day, you're to be dismissed from your duties as representative of the Romefeller Foundation. I must therefore ask you to resign from your position as Queen.
Huh?
A good example is the incident with Catra's father. In the same episode he's introduced, his colony turns against him, and he sacrifices himself to destroy a resource satellite to keep it from falling into Oz's hands. It's the same with Wu Fei's own colony and their sacrifice. I'll get to that in a moment. Shouldn't the rollout of these storylines have a bit more breathing room? It's like this show is too long and too short at the same time. That White Fang arc at the end could have been cut down and the Endless Waltz material incorporated into it. On that note, why are the colonists such incredulous dupes? They go from being oppressed by the Alliance, then welcoming Oz, who was behind the Alliance, into their colonies with little resistance, and then when Oz turns out to be oppressive, they go with White Fang. It's like they really expect the next new organization popping up to be better for them than the last, even though it never is. Wu Fei's colony literally blows itself up. with probably hundreds of thousands of men, women, and children in it, because a few guys at a dojo decided.
Please, continue fighting! Master Long! Keep fighting, Wu Fei, for your own sense of integrity!
And the colonists aren't the only incompetent twits. The Gundam pilots are so terrible at their jobs. They're constantly being captured and or overwhelmed. They can't do anything right. They're easily lured into traps, they have opportunities to kill enemies and don't, and are just generally awkward and ineffective. They get captured more than Relina is put in danger.
Now come here, Gundam pilot. You're the only one I want.
Do you want to know what the biggest problem with Gundam Wing is? Do you know what the cringe-inducing, show-breaking aspect is that keeps the title from being one of the greats? It's the overbaked, rambling dialogue and smash-you-over-the-head philosophy ranting that goes on in nearly every scene. Characters don't speak ordinarily at all. They speak like they always want to say something thoughtful and insightful, but without actually doing so. They speak in a manner that implies the import of their expressions, but while saying the most obvious or mundane things in the silliest ways. It's really like a 12-year-old wrote most of the characters' lines for maximum deep points. These endless, pandering, meandering tirades about peace and war that come off as baby's first Legend of the Galactic heroes.
The emotions of those who are thought to be beautiful are always full of sorrow, and honor tradition disappears in the cry of the weak. Winners of a battle will eventually decline in power and become losers, and then those losers will cultivate a new leader.
Treize, what are you trying to get at?
I'm telling you, I want to be a loser.
Half the time you want to play the dialogue at a higher playback speed, if not skip entire scenes, and the other half of the time you just sit there wondering when these characters are going to shut up already. And they rarely do. This pretentious melodramatic twaddle sickens me.
I can't stand the weak. They're always nervous about when they might be next attacked. They can't trust anybody, and they never have an opinion of their own. I can't stand such people.
Strong people make them that way.
Zex, nobody is strong. All of humanity is weak.
But you know what? Two can play at this game, Gundam Wing! What is peace? Is it not the destiny of man to fight wars, which bring elegant tranquility to the warriors' hearts? Forsooth, it is war that brings peace, and therefore weapons must be held by the chivalrous warrior in the heart of outer space. In the heart of outer space. Nay, I say thee nay! War is but base destruction in the heart of man's soul. I bear the pain of a million false truths in my warrior's spirit. Therefore, there must be absolute pacifism to ensure the peace of the heart of the world. My destiny is the truth, without pretense, and therefore the truth of truths in the warrior's heart. I can do no more. No more. How things are being said isn't the only problem. There's a particular scene I believe captures one of the other writing issues in Gundam Wing. It occurs after Relina is taken into Noin's custody before Zex duels Hero in Antarctica. Relina's butler, Pagan, uses a computer database to basically discover every relevant plot point and character motivation at the moment, as if it would all just be freely available. Apparently, in After Colony 195, military officers just blab their secret plans on social media or something. So at this point, they know all about Zex's secret plans. Pagan then flashes back to Zex's childhood when he faced him in a fencing match, fencing being a callback to the end of the original Mobile Suit Gundam, which I guess proves that, I don't know, Zex never gives up, or that he likes private duels. Whatever. But I do know that Exposition Butler here eschews the stereotypes about the elderly and technology. Good job, Jeeves. The issue is, instead of discovering things naturally, an exposition dump is forced onto the viewer's lap. Gundam Wing is full of needless exposition. I suppose you could say that of a lot of Gundam titles, but it doesn't excuse it. Folks, Gundam Wing just isn't particularly good. Nostalgia can be a potent and deleterious toxin. Don't let it poison you into thinking back fondly to this mess. I really can't think of a more self-serving, up-its-own-ass title in the Gundam franchise than Wing. It really does reek of fake bravado and facile importance. Instead of trying to compel you naturally with well-written plot and dialogue, it throws everything it can at you in rapid succession, trying to keep up its facade of complexity. Forget being weighed down by gravity, this show is weighed down by bullshit. There are better Gundam series. My suggestion for a non-UC Gundam show? G-Gundam! I'll get to it eventually. After 49 episodes of Wing, though, I'm not looking to review Gundam again for a while. Or anything even close to as long as this was. I need something that legitimately tugs at the heartstrings. So next time on Otaku Evolution, a movie from a long-running franchise that didn't quite make it in the American market. Until then, see ya!
Enough with the fancy speeches!
Hey, Pen! You done sorting out all the stuff you saw when you touched Cassis? Pen, I know you're in there. I saw you drag a six-pack in while I was reviewing. Hey, Pen! Pen, the Vision. No, that dead zone-like flash you got when you made contact with Cassis. What did you find out? It's been over a month. So what? I could sense that the last time we were up there. I'm sure you did too. Tell me something I don't know. About the Vision! How much have you drank? I don't even get Disney Plus!